Hello, future bureaucrats. UPSC has just announced its final results. 933 people have been recommended and 60-70 will be in the reserve list. So overall, almost 2,500 students were called for the interview. And we are just processing the results. And based on the mark sheets that have been recently released by the UPSC, there are 5 trends that you need to focus upon. So this video is for the aspirants who are giving the exam this year, which means 2023, and also next year. These 5 trends you need to remember, you need to, or you can't dare to ignore. And I am telling you this trend based on the result of our rankers. 250 plus rankers from Civilsdaily have made us proud. So these 5 trends I am telling you from our rankers. Trend number 1. Prelims can be an Achilles heel even for top rankers. You just see the screenshot behind me. This person was unable to clear prelims from last 2 attempts, right? And this year he cleared prelims and he got rank, a top rank, with the support of Civilsdaily, right? A year back, my student Pranav Vijay, he got into IAS, rank 65. But before that attempt, he failed in prelims twice. So prelims mein go lightly mat lo, don't just focus only on mains. Because ultimately, even the most serious students can fail in prelims. We have seen the example of Tina Dabi, Ria Dabi, all of them have been UPSC toppers, but they scored very poorly in prelims. Trend number 2, only GS score will not decide your fate. Just behind me, if you see the screenshot of one of my students who gave interview this year, he got very good marks in GS, 420 plus in GS, right? But he was not recommended in the final list because of his poor marks in optionals and in interview. So you can clearly see that ultimately you will have to also focus on your optionals. One of my student, if I tell you, one of my student scored very good marks in GS in interview, but in optionals, he scored only 204. And because of that, he was not recommended. I am giving you my personal experience. I got more marks in GS than rank 1 few years back. But in optional, I got marks in 190s. So ultimately, optional को decide करने के लिए ये मत सोचो कि आपका आपके दोस्त ने लिया तो आप भी ले लो. First read the optional, go through the optional. सबसे main चीज है कि it should interest you. Because if it doesn't interest you, then इस ट्रेंड से जाना कि ये ऑप्शनल अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रहा है तो ये ले लो, मार्क्स आ जाएंगे, ऐसे नहीं होता है. इवन द टॉप परफॉर्मिंग ऑप्शनल्स में भी लोगों के बहुत एवरेज मार्क्स आए हैं, बिलो एवरेज मार्क्स आए हैं. सो प्लीज डिसाइड ऑप्शनल काफी सोच समझ के. और द थर्ड ट्रेंड आई वुड से इज persistence is the key. This student, this was his final attempt, and in his final attempt he got rank 75. So he had been failing continuously from last or previous 4 or 5 attempts, but he did not give up. He thought, he believed himself that ठीक है, next year थोड़ा और improve करना है, and that is how his name is in the list, right? Similarly, interview marks can make or break your fate. For example, this is one of our foundation student, and she performed really well in mains, 818 marks. She deserved to be in top 100, top 50, I would say, top 50, top 60. But her rank was 403. Why? Because she got only 143 in optionals. Just remember, at that level, you have to fight for every marks. And यहाँ पे अगर आप 40-50 नंबर पीछे हो जाते हैं बाकी लोगों से, definitely your rank will reduce. और प्रॉब्ली आप लिस्ट से भी बाहर जा सकते हैं, ठीक है ना। फिफ्थ एंड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, essay score can diminish your chances greatly. Why I am saying that? Because see, this is one of my student. He got good marks, but he got only 80 marks in essay. See, 80 marks. So he scored 35 to or 40 to 45 marks less than the average marks. 40 मार्क्स बहुत होते हैं मुझसे। ऐसे भी लोग क्या करते हैं, लास्ट में शुरू करते हैं, हो जाएगा, एक दो लिख लेंगे हो जाएगा। नहीं, ऐसे भी शुड बी योर फोकस एरिया, बिकॉज ऐसे में यू कैन स्कोर अप टू 145 150। यू कांट स्कोर दिस हाई मार्क्स इन जीएस। सो ऐसे शुड ऑल्सो बी योर फोकस एरिया। डोंट इग्नोर ऐसे, डोंट इग्नोर ऐसे, ठीक है। तो दीज आर द लेसन्स वी फील दैट वी कैन लर्न। जो भी एस्पिरेंट अभी प्री दे रहे हैं या नेक्स्ट ईयर तैयारी कर रहे हैं, वन थिंग आई वांट टू से, यू नो, बिकॉज हैविंग मेंटर्ड 300 plus rankers, 400 plus rankers over last 6-7 years, I can say with a lot of confidence that you are not born as a topper. You know, Gandhiji was not born as great. He became great through his actions, through his, you know, through his ability to develop. So ultimately, everyone can be a ranker. You can be a ranker. You can be a rank one. तो ये सोच रहे हो कि आपका अकेडमिक रिकॉर्ड अच्छा नहीं है, आप टॉप कॉलेज से नहीं हो, ऐसा नहीं है, राइट? आप रैंकर बन सकते हो। यू नीड अ राइट स्ट्रैटेजी, यू नीड अ राइट फ्रेमवर्क, एंड यू नो ओनली हार्ड वर्क से आप रैंक नहीं ला सकते हो। अलॉन्ग विथ हार्ड वर्क यू नीड स्मार्ट वर्क, यू नीड स्मार्ट स्ट्रैटेजीज। यू डोंट नीड टू रीड, you don't need to study 12 hours a day. Many of my toppers only read for, or they have only studied for 4-5 hours or 5 hours a day. They cracked. Because whatever you are studying in those 5 hours, that is important. ठीक है ना? And for that, we also have our free mentorship or free mentorship session. You know, you can come offline to our office, which is in Apsara Arcade, or you can register in the form given below. Our mentor will reach out to you, understand your problem, and plan a strategy for you. So next year, I want all the people who are watching this video, your name should come, your name should be there in the holy PDF, because that is very important. That is very important. And lastly, जिन लोगों का इस बार नहीं हुआ, इंटरव्यू में मिस किए हैं, कोई बात नहीं, next year your name will be in the list. Many of my students could not clear interview last year, then this year they are in top 50, rank 16, rank 50, rank 49, all of them missed interview last year. So all the very best for those who are giving prelims this year, and all the very best to aspirants who have just started and who will be giving next year. Thank you.